Happy Friday. This is Raven Dana, and welcome to Walking Between the Worlds. It is Friday, September 9th, full moon, harvest moon. So, meditation journey on the moon I thought would be lovely for today. And I'm reminding you that the harvest moon is a great time for expressing gratitude, for doing something kind for somebody, for sharing your harvest, whatever that may look like. If you like to bake cookies, or if you're good at something and want to share your time or energy or thoughts with another person, this is a good time for that, just to say thanks for being in my life. Because our harvest is, sure, it's about apples and pumpkins and corn and all of the great produce that happens at this time of year that we get to see and smell and taste and touch. It's also, though, about being grateful for that harvest that we plant with our kindness, with our words, with our communications with others. So we harvest, we reap that the friendship, the family ties, the joyful communications. So be sure to celebrate that tonight as well. If you build a bonfire, even better. If you want to go out and dance under the harvest moon, I'll be there dancing with you. So have a lovely evening, and let's settle in and have a meditation now. Okay, get comfortable. Find a place where you can sit with your back supported for 12 to 15 minutes or so. And as you get settled, bring your attention to your breath and allow yourself to relax into the flow of breathing. Notice your breath. And notice the sensations as you breathe in and your body rises up. And as you exhale and you settle down onto the surface beneath you, relax. Allow your breath to become slow and deep. With every exhale, allow yourself to relax a little more deeply so you feel your body soften, releasing any tension in your jaw. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears and soften your belly. As you breathe and relax, your mind becomes quiet. Close your eyes if you haven't already. And if your eyes are closed, reach down with your exhale, feeling yourself soften even more as you surrender to gravity. In the stillness, as your mind quiets, images begin to rise around you. And you find yourself walking down a dirt road at sunset. Grass and rolling hills to your right. Fields to your left. You can see cornfields standing proud and tall. You can see fields in which hay has been baled and makes neat rows. The sun is setting on the horizon in front of you, almost directly on the road itself. And the sky is filled with low-hanging clouds on the horizon, catching the light, reflecting shades of gold and orange and pink. The air is warm, but when the breeze springs up, it's cool. It's the perfect early fall night. As you walk down the road, You go up over a little hill, and now you see on the right, there are tables laid out. There's a tent. There are people milling about. You can hear the sound of laughter. Beyond the tent, you can see another field where something looks like pumpkins are growing. And as you get closer, you see that the tables are laden with baskets of apples and corn, loaves of bread, sheaves of wheat, sunflowers, and all kinds of produce. As you step off the road and walk across the grass to get to this place, you are greeted heartily, even from a distance. People wave and say hello and motion you over. And you're handed an empty basket that looks hand-woven. You look at it closely and it's beautiful. Yes, someone says, all the baskets here are made by hand. Pick out a few things that you want. Oh, I'm just looking, you say. No, the woman behind the counter comes around, puts her hand on your arm and says, everyone gets to choose what they want here. There's no money needed. You just take what you need. And you look around at all the tables and all the goods, and you look at a basket that's filled with multicolored envelopes. What's that, you say? Why, messages, of course. Oh, please, do take one. And so you do, and drop it into your basket. And you wander along the tables, smiling at people. And you pick out a few things. Maybe a few apples, or a few ears of corn, or a pumpkin. Maybe you get some cider, or a loaf of bread, or apple butter. You look around and pick the things that really speak to you. And as you look back, it's as if the tent goes on forever. You knew outside it was small, but once you're inside, everything has changed. You can walk down the center aisle and notice there are all kinds of tables filled with goods, crafts, baskets, scarves, blankets, all handmade. And as you continue walking, you're drawn to a particular table that's filled with a variety of things. And as you look closely, something there speaks to you, calls to you. It's just right for you. It might even hold a memory. It might even be something from your childhood, or something that you've longed for, but don't yet have. Whatever it is, you reach out for it, and the person sitting behind that table smiles and nods knowingly, and you pick it up and lay it gently in your basket. A flap to the tent is now opened and the sunlight comes streaming in just next to that table. And it's the perfect moment for you to duck out with your basket and stand in the very last rays of the setting sun. You notice there are bales of hay, baskets of pumpkins, people sitting on folding chairs, chatting quietly amongst themselves. And the shadows are long, and the sun is gone except for a sliver of red on the horizon. And everyone stands up as if on cue and watches the sun as that tiny sliver vanishes along the road. And they begin to walk. And curious, you follow them. May I come with you? Why, of course, they say. And they walk around to the road and up the little incline and past the tent. So now, instead of facing the east, the west, you are now facing the east. And what you see on the road in the opposite direction is the moon rising, golden, huge, right on the road. As the western sky darkens, the eastern sky is filled with moonlight. The harvest moon is rising, and everyone stops what they're doing and gathers in the road to watch the moon. And there is a silence that is deep and respectful and profound. There's a feeling of gratitude, a deep feeling of connection. And in that moment you think about your life, the people you love, what you are grateful for, the harvest that you are reaping. And you smile at the harvest moon as she rises. And you look straight up above you and see that in the darkening sky, the very first stars are appearing. And everyone begins to walk the road now. And you walk along reverently in silence. And the breeze kicks up and you can smell apples and corn and something else. A bonfire. Down between the trees, you can see people preparing a bonfire. There's a circle of trees. And everyone walking the road steps onto the path that leads down into the circle. And you all go down, finding a place around the bonfire as the night air gets cool and the moon rises. And someone pours glasses of apple cider, handing them around. There's corn roasting. There's bread being sliced and handed out with rich, thick butter. And you sit in this circle around the fire, happy, grateful, content. And you close your eyes in this moment, hearing the voices of your newfound friends. You close your eyes and bring your attention back to your breath. You begin slowly breathing your way back, breath by breath, into your body, into the moment, into the room in which you rest. You fill your body again with your own awareness, bringing back that feeling of reverence, of mystery, of magic, bringing back that feeling of gratitude. The cycles and the seasons, they go on and on, carrying you along. And you return fully now, finding yourself in your body, in the room, in the moment, refreshed, deeply relaxed, and grateful for being alive in this magnificent world. As you open your eyes, you allow yourself to smile. Thank you for attending the journey with me. Have a marvelous harvest moon and a lovely weekend. I'll see you again soon. Good evening.